479-784-1589. Answer. 479-784-1589.
Sebastian Sheriff's Department, Captain Miller County.
Who is this again?
This is Captain Miller with Sebastian County Sheriff's Office.
Okay,
This is Mr. Ship.
This is Mr. Schilt. Yes.
Schilt?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Schilt, I got a call earlier about a conversation involving some people upstairs at the courthouse. Can you kind of give me your side of the story?
What I was calling for, time, place, and manner, was the oaths of office for every individual in Sebastian County.
Okay. Okay. Did she tell you that you needed to make that through email so they could calculate what they needed? I'm just trying to get your side of the story.
Hey, well, you can go ahead and try to get your side of the story and whatnot, and if anybody thinks they're going to elicit charges against me like what Crawford County did, we're going to play some games very repeatedly. So here's my side of the story. I'm an American taxpaying citizen who had my rights violated by some piece of shit cops in Crawford County under civil rights when I did a FOIA to a judge.
County, so your problem's not with me, your problem's with them, so let's be adults.
Well, I am being an adult. If you don't like how I speak, move to another country.
Well, if you don't like how we handle things, move to another state.
And I'm doing that right now because as an American, I can pretty much do what the hell I fucking please. As long as I don't do a crime, break the law. As long as I don't do a crime, break the law, there's not a damn thing you can do. With that, my simple response was, I want the oaths of office for all the officials of Sebastian County. Now, the Sebastian County Clerk's Office being the court recorder and under Arkansas law via 2519-105 2 capital A, I can do a FOIA verbally over the phone, and it's your job to take the information, not mine.
Right, but you do understand why most agencies request that in email form, correct?
Pretty much to circumvent citizens' rights. That's how I figure it, since that's how it's been done to me.
That have false impressions cannot come back and say we did not fulfill their FOIA.
And luckily for you all, you and I haven't had an issue with that. You're absolutely correct, sir.
Now, I'm not trying to be a horse's ass. I'm going to try to help you with this if you would like my help. But we're not going to have this conversation in this manner isn't much longer. Now, I get it. You're upset. I don't know what happened in Crawford County, quite frank. It's not my business.
Well, you being a law enforcement officer and your job is to uphold the law makes it your business. But it's another county and y'all like to pat each other on the back, so we'll circumvent that and this.
Okay,
that.
You're going to start casting dispersions, or do you want to have an adult conversation?
If you like to have an adult conversation instead of covering each other's asses, I'd appreciate it.
So you can prove that because you're a man of quality, right?
Oh, no, I have a criminal record, but I am a Christian who don't need to lie in a fucking courtroom like blue badge wearing bitches.
Wow. I haven't heard that one in a while.
See, I moved to Arkansas to get away from the fucking drugs up in Pennsylvania in order to raise a family in a good manner. And when I deliver a FOIA to a judge because cops don't know how to honor the First Amendment, the oath, how do you say that? To guarantee protections to citizens that government officials are not entitled to? Maybe you'd like to read the Articles of Congress yourself.
Oh, I have.
So have I.
Well, I'm glad, but I'm still trying to understand what that has to do with us if this is a Crawford County issue.
It's not a Crawford County issue when I requested the oaths of office to all those public officials in Sebastian. It doesn't matter if I have a problem with you or not. The fact that I'm a tax-paying citizen who requested public records that I am entitled to is as simple as I need to make it.
get that, but what I'm getting at is, you want the records, fine. There's a way to go about it, and acting the way you did with them and the way you have with me is not the way to get anything accomplished.
And circumventing the law and telling me I'm full of shit when I tell you that I can make a phone call and it's their job to write it down and get it back to me is
I
not
did
the
not
way to
say
do
that.
it
I'm
either.
well aware that Arkansas FOIA says you can do it in person, over the phone, or via telecommunications.
And I
I know what the
apologize.
law
I
says.
apologize if I misconstrued that as towards you. But the ladies at the clerk's office, they didn't inform me of said such same thing that they're fully aware of. I'm not a dumbass.
Okay. I didn't say you're a dumbass. What I'm saying is the reason most agencies in the state of Arkansas ask that you send it via electronic mail or in writing is so that there's no fault, mistake, misunderstanding on anybody's part as to whether or not it's been fulfilled.
Okay, I understand what you're saying on that.
Okay, I'm not trying to be a dick, but do you see why you've kind of pissed me off?
Yeah, well, when I
I'm
get
trying to
through,
explain
wait,
this to you. I'm
you
trying
know,
to explain this to you.
okay,
And
I
you don't want to be
understand what you're
argumentative.
saying. I understand what you're saying. I understand where you're saying where I seen where I pissed you off. You may be a good cop, you may be a good officer, and God bless you if you are. But when I deliver a FOIA to a piece of shit judge who thinks he can violate the fucking First Amendment and throw me in jail during a pandemic, which the governor of Arkansas explicitly made an executive order, as long as the crime is nonviolent, they were not to be put in there. I'm a pissed off motherfucker too, and I do shit about it when I'm pissed off.
I get that. I do. I get that because I would too. I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't know the situation. If the roles are reversed, hell, I'd probably be in the same point you are.
Sorry,
What I'm
sir.
getting at is
Sorry.
your issue. Listen to me. Corey? Is your first name Corey?
Yes, sir.
Corey, my name is John. Okay.
Okay, John.
I'm not trying to be that kind of asshole, but you're not going to talk to the people that work in my building like that. Because I can promise you, and this is not a threat, I promise you, if you'd acted like that in my presence, I would have taken you to jail.
And I would be suing your county and your fucking city and your state for violating the First Amendment because apparently you're not as affiliated with you as you can. You cannot use a disorderly conduct to create a crime for a First Amendment protected activity. See, that's the problem where your judge's qualified immunity to all you law enforcement seems to be circumvented because you want to cover each other's asses instead of being held accountable. See, when I did my drugs, I turned myself in. I got and I seek the help that I needed. Maybe you ought to try that.
Well, let me tell you my side of it. I've had 27 federal lawsuits pending against me at one single time. You can threaten to sue me all day. I don't care. I am telling you, man to man, John to Corey, if you come over, start acting like a total horse's ass in my court's building, I will take you to jail. You can take that as a threat. You can take that as whatever.
Believable. And you've had 27 federal lawsuits? You fucking haven't had it by me. I'm pro se. I'm not a part of the British accredited registry. I don't make threats.
Well, about a third of the people that sued me in federal court were pro se, and that didn't work out for them either.
Yeah, but I'm a dick also. And when I come against your judges as well as your law enforcement, we can go that fucking route. That's not an issue.
So just curious, what judge was it in Crawford County?
Quorum Chief Justice Dennis Gilstrap, who then enlisted the help of Mark McCune, who then enlisted the help of Charlie Baker, who, when those morons were recused from their fucking places, went and got Jackie O'Hearn out of Washington County, Fayetteville, who then recused himself and went and got Clinton K. Jones, who put me behind bars for that First Amendment protected activity that all judges are bound to via the Constitution. See, you don't run the fucking narrative. I do. Just curious.
But I get a chance to reply, though.
Yes, sir, you do. Absolutely. That's why we are freedom of speech.
Yep.
And like I say, I'm not trying to be a dick either, but I'm tired of having
I'm
my
not either, I
family
promise.
trashed when I did nothing wrong. For the initial years that I moved here, until my children were assaulted repeatedly in Alma School District and law enforcement did nothing to protect the safety of my fucking children, it's now out of your hands and in mine. And under law, any felony status, I don't have to fucking call you. I can take care of those situations myself.
As far as what?
It is the due diligence of every citizen. And you already know, I forget which case law it is, but it dictates that police have no accountability, liability as far as the protection of citizens. The courts have already determined that we're all responsible for ourselves.
That's about half right. You're correct.
See, I'm trying to learn the law. I'm trying to do the right thing. But if you understand fully what I'm saying, the fact that my wife was accused of child abuse when she never laid a hand on an individual in her life by CPS and the state police, and they get to lie repeatedly, and when I come back to do something about it, nothing can be done because of qualified immunity. It's amazing that you're an American citizen too, but in that capacity as a public servant, you have no expectation to constitutional protections or guarantees. You are familiar with that under the Articles of Congress. You've already announced that to me earlier.
Yes, but that also depends on the variations of the Articles of Congress and what protection specifically you're referring to.
There you go. Now we're getting into narratives.
No, I'm very well aware of.
All I wanted, sir, was a simple thing, and when the young lady told me that she didn't have to do it, she's full of shit. Maybe I could have come
Well,
off a bit nicer, but it's not disorderly. It's time, place, and manner, and if you have a problem with freedom of speech, take it up with the fucking Supreme Court.
that's why I'm calling you to have a conversation like two adults.
And you know what? I am being an asshole with my mouth being foul, and you are being very professional and not being foul, and I apologize.
Mr. Shield, here's what I would like for you to do.
Yes, sir.
Would you please send them an email specifically requesting what you're wanting?
Okay, could you,
Don't call them back.
could I have
Don't call them back.
could I have their email address?
Can you give me just a second? I'll get you a direct email address. I don't know that one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Give me 5 minutes. I'll call you right back.
Okay, sir. Not a problem.
All right?
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Hello.
Corey.
Yes.
Hey, it's John.
Hey, John.
Got a pen and paper?
I'm recording.
Okay. The email address is sbrooks.
Go ahead. You don't have to pause. I'm recording.
Oh, okay. sbrooks@co.sebastian.ar.us.
Awesome. Awesome.
Okay.
And I haven't had a problem with your police, even when I video recorded over there in the city or out in the county areas and that. I've never had you all do anything as circumventing the First Amendment of the Constitution for video recording. And actually, the Sheriff's Department over here in Crawford, they're not that stupid either. So I'm amazed at how the rest of your Arkansas State Police and your city officials are way fucking dumber than you all.
Well, I can tell you this. I'm not going to make excuses for any of them.
All
Because
right.
I'd be lying if I even tried to.
Well, I appreciate that. And your last name's Holden, correct?
Miller.
Oh, you're the new sheriff.
No. I'm the captain.
Oh, you're the captain. Oh, Tim Holden's the sheriff.
Not here. Hobie Running's the sheriff.
Oh, he'll be running. Who's the sheriff currently?
Runyon.
I'm not familiar with the name, but I appreciate you answering the questions as a professional should do. I appreciate that.
No worries. Just do me a favor.
Yes, sir.
Send them that, and I mean, just if you got a call back, just don't take it out on them for me, okay?
Yes, sir. That I can do.
All right.
All right.
Mr. Shield, you have a good day, sir.
All right. God bless you too.
Right. You too, sir.
Bye bye.